Yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, holding one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team.
Let's go. We're back with another episode of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff. My name is RGB. Before we get rolling with our guest tonight, got to give a shout out to a few sponsors. Starting off with Back Nine Botanicals. Make sure you guys go check out back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUFF10. They're holding it down with the best CBD in the game. They got the Moonlight Mulligan, the Birdie Boost, the Tea Time Sunrise. Perfect for all golfers. They also have the Muscle and Joint Rub Stick, as well as some pretty dope merch over at back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUFF10. TPUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. And don't forget to check out, they have the 10 milligram shooters, the orange, passion fruit, and strawberry. So make sure you guys go get your hands on those as well. And also, we got to give a shout out to the Puff Pack, the puffpack.co. If you see me rolling around on the golf course, most likely the Puff Pack is in the bag, carries 2 joints and a lighter. Can't go wrong with the Puff Pack, so make sure you guys go check them out. Puffpack.co. Use promo code PUFF20. It'll save you 20% at checkout. There will be a sponsor of the Laughing on the Loud comedy show coming up May 21st. Make sure you guys go to the sesh, hit the QR code, get your tickets now. We're going to be announcing, hopefully, by the time you guys listen to this podcast, we will have the contract. The ink will be dry on the contract, and we can announce the headliner. Real excited about this one. But also got a couple new sponsors to check out, starting off with Homegirl Chili Millie.
Keep it chill. Hey, yo, it's keep it chilly, got calm, baby. Yo, it's keep it chilly, got calm, baby. Baby. Hey, yo, it's keep it chilly, got calm, baby. I'm talking to Simpsons, Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob. Break it back, yo, all that shit. Yo, it's
KeepItChilly.com, at Chili Millie on Instagram for any of the dope artwork you just seen on the site or the pictures you see behind me. Go check her out. KeepItChilly.com. Use promo code PITCH15. And also, new merch from the Pitch, Putt, and Puff. If you guys are looking for any merch from the Pitch, Putt, and Puff, you can check us out. For my other podcast, Conspiracy Chaos, wecandoitshop.com/conspiracy chaos. Scroll about halfway down the page, and you can find yourself some Pitch, Putt, and Puff gear. Here it is.
Bigfoot's real and he knows the game.
That's not the right one. Hold up. We got you.
Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, holding one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course,
Yeah, we finally got the merch out there, so if anybody's interested, go check it out. wecandoitshop.com/conspiracy chaos. Like I said, scroll halfway down the page, and you can get your hands on some Pitch, Putt, and Puff gear, some more items to follow. But tonight, we're going to have a special guest on the pod, one of the homies from the Healium Collective, introducing the newest member of the Healium Collective, my man Tayler. Tayler, what's up, brother? Appreciate you jumping on, man.
GB, thanks for having me, man. And, we're here on 420 Eve, so happy holidays to everybody.
Absolutely. I'm glad we could get this done for the 420 episode, man. I wanted to come out with a banger, and none better than one of the members of the Healium Collective. So, starting off, bro, I always like to get a little bit of everybody's background, man. How did you first get involved in cannabis? Like, what's your background story of cannabis? Were you in high school,
man.
a little bit older? How did it all begin?
I actually was thinking back on this earlier today. So dude, it's been more than half my life. So I got started smoking trees back in, first time was middle school, believe it or not, out of a Keystone can. Absolutely grimy with some dirt mids. But I laid off it for like another year, and then end of my freshman year of high school, man, a couple of my older friends got me I remember it like yesterday. We made a steamroller out of a Gatorade bottle, smoked a little orange crush, went back to gym class at high school, hit 2 home runs. And as someone who grew up playing lacrosse, I'm like, this stuff's legit.
I was so focused, man. I could see the seams of the ball coming in at me. That's the only sport. So I didn't really smoke too much growing up, high school and stuff. I was kind of a late bloomer. Um, but when I did smoke before like a pickup basketball game or football game or something like that, like basketball especially, my creativity would be a lot more, and like it would just be a little bit,
Unparalleled.
yeah, like carefree. Like if I threw a no look pass but turned it over, fuck it, I turned it over. Where if it was a serious situation, I'd have a little bit more stress on me about a turnover kind of thing. But it was it definitely was a common thing. But baseball, dude, baseball was one sport I'll never forget. I did it one time before practice, and I was playing in the outfield, and I was chasing this ball down, bro. I looked like the kid in the Sandlot. I'm just up there with my hand like this, like I never caught a foul ball before in my life, man. It was embarrassing, and I was like, they gotta know I'm stoned out here right now. There's no way they don't.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things, like the created creativity and like in the moment shit is I think un unmatched when you're on the cannabis, but definitely will get caught in some of those. Oh yeah, that motherfucker's high out on the field, or
Oh,
high
hell
out on
yeah,
the court type vibes.
absolutely, absolutely. So you took I don't know if you took a smoking hiatus, but you didn't jump right into the cannabis industry. You were in you were in the business side of things for a while. I think you're doing
Yeah,
some.
yeah. I mean, so I've always kind of been, legacy market. That's I try not try not using the legacy term, but we we've been out here, for sure. I was, took some breaks in college mostly because we had to get drug tested, playing sports and stuff. Took a break before COVID, but really the past like 5 6 years I've been pretty into it. Was in the gummies, and then seeing it go from the days where we're running out to Massachusetts to get the packs and bring the packs back to the Capital District. To
Yep.
where we are now is just like a complete 180. And yeah, so I was working the corporate life for like the past 10 years, and just was absolutely miserable, man. Just getting dicked around, going through the same song and dance, and finally said enough was enough. Ended up leaving that in July, and just so happens, pop up at Madam Jane's. We were there yesterday. Lucas and Evan were doing a pop up back in July there. I went there to, pick up some goodies and, see them, say what's up, so show some support. And they're like, hey, we heard you're out of work. And I was like, yep. And hey, you want to, we're looking for some part time help. You want to come work for us? And, the rest is kind of history, man.
And I'll tell you from the outside looking in, man. I've been cool with the guys for a little while now, and seeing you come in and be hands on and all about it. And I can also tell, like, I didn't know you well in July. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Yeah.
your personality now to what it was then is just like every time I see you, you're happy. You got a smile on your
Yeah.
face. Like you're enjoying what you're doing. You're enjoying, like, me and you go to a lot of these events. You're enjoying being out and about. You're enjoying, networking throughout the community and learning more about the game, and getting the Helium name out there. That's something those guys really don't like to do. So to have you be a part of that, to go do that, is huge for the team as well. So it benefits everybody in the long scheme of things.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we all got our strengths, those guys are definitely busy doing their own things, got their families, and stuff. But yeah, they approached me with, hey, we think you'd have a great personality for being out in the field. And I love it, man. Just being out there. It's kind of I think we've talked about this a little bit, like this industry is crazy, especially in New York, man. And a lot of what I was doing in my previous roles was like training and education, right? You know what I mean? And I think
Right.
that there's so much of that needs to go around in this state, especially, um, you know, I think we talked about it yesterday. National alcohol consumption has
Yeah.
been surpassed by national cannabis consumption. And
Yeah.
so every day there's new people coming out, the stigma's coming,
Well,
down
dude,
from
look at it yesterday.
surrounding it.
those two lovely old ladies yesterday at Madame Jane's, dude. They were working everybody. I literally said to the guys, I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I want to do a TV show just on them. Like,
I
go
think they
to,
were professionals though, bro. I think they were out here fleecing all of us. I think they knew their shit.
yo,
They were just trying to pull one on us.
they stocked the fuck up with pre rolls and dabs and every. They hit every vendor out there. Um,
Yeah, man.
but the
But like
just
that's
think of that. You wouldn't have seen that 20 years ago. That would be
no,
never, never, ever. But the education of it too is a big reason.
yeah. And I was talking to another friend about it, and I think the type of consumption too, right? You know what I mean? Like you're a big papers guy, you know what I mean? Like you're always
Yep.
blowing down a joint. Like I like glass. Still, but there's people that are probably ripping more gummies, dabs,
Vapes.
tinctures, vapes, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? All of these things that, you know what I mean? Just because you're not necessarily burning the flower, I feel
Hmm.
like there's less of like a stigma around it. And like obviously there's some, downsides to smoking, whatever they
Sure.
are, you know. I don't think we've seen the full research on cannabis, right? And if so,
Yeah, I think
long-term usage.
I don't think I think long-term usage is going to be it's not going to be as bad as if what alcohol would do to someone's liver and that kind of thing. Obviously the smoking
Alcohol or
consumption,
cigarettes.
and
Yeah, dude, no shot.
it's not the cannabis that's hurting you, it's the smoking aspect of it.
Yeah.
The now like you're saying though, like the drinks, like I love those heirloom drinks. I have them all the time. I had a lemonade from sitting here from my last podcast,
Yeah,
you know what I
man. I
mean?
mean,
Like,
dude, talk about convenience. And it's a way, that's something that we're always constantly talking about. Is like, hey, what's like we got the flower game, I think and that's part of the reason why I'm so happy is like I get to go in, I get to see these plants every day. I'm working with Evan, I never call him the master grower because he gets upset. I'm the little Sue grower at
hmm,
the farm, and just seeing these plants and what goes into them, and knowing like, boom, you see our COAs, all this stuff's coming back clean.
yep,
Good percentages, good terp percentages, great profiles. Um, but like, what's next? Like in this game, you always got to be like, what's next? And for me, it's like, it's got to be, it's got to be edible. It's got to be a vape. It's got to be something that opens that
yeah. If
net
you
up
guys
to
come
the
out with
rest of the public.
a cowboy vape, bro, that would be
Imagine
fire.
a cowboy lemonade like Arnold Palmer.
Yeah,
You know what I
it'd be
mean?
sick. There's options out
Yeah,
there, man. There's definitely
dude,
the options out there.
I got something I'm working on. So hopefully more to come on that. I always, you know, like to keep it low profile until
Yeah,
something official is official. But
no
yeah,
doubt.
if not by the end of this year, hopefully early 2027, we'll definitely be, you know, expanding into, some products outside of the flower line.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And so what do you I think I know the answer to this question, obviously, but being in the industry with you, but what do you what are the trends you're seeing? Like I know you're saying you want to get expand, but like the trends you see at the dispensaries that you guys are in primarily. What's moving out the door? Is it the vapes? Is it the
Dude,
pre-rolls? Is it the eighths? I mean, I
I
see
think
a lot of pre-rolls when me and you do these pop-ups are flying out the door. I don't know if it's necessarily because we're doing some type of deal that evening or whatever, but in general, I feel like it's pre-rolls.
yeah, I think a lot of pre-rolls, a lot of edibles, a lot of vapes, or like I feel like the big three that I see. A lot of dime bags, right? Too. Like, I was just in Cussons over on Central Ave there. Got a great relationship with Corey and Denise and the team over there, and you know, uh, Briars was doing 20% off, and their dime bags were flying. And they had sour D, so it's in my mind that's hey, all the more reason for us to really make that pivot into
Expand.
the dime bag.
Yeah, I mean, same with No Name. They were like dime bags will fly out the door, and I'm like, dude, it's
Yeah,
2026. Who the fuck's still buying dime bags? But
dude, I
then
wish
you
I
visually
listened to
see it.
Tom.
Yeah, and Tom was
I
on his
wish
shit.
I wish I listened, 3 or 4 months ago when he told me, but definitely excited. Hopefully this week, we got some art that we're working on. in the background here for Pink Sugar.
Oh
And
yeah.
um, because we kind of looked at it, and the guy who's been designing our logos, we want to keep the consistency right across our packaging.
Mm-hmm.
All of our packaging's got really cool, metallic silver.
Here's a cowboy right here. I got a cowboy
Yeah,
container.
you got the cowboy. I got the straw chocolate here. Just like the nice foil elements to it.
I got them
Yeah, the
all, buddy. Don't you
DNA.
worry. I got
Yeah.
bro, I got drawers full. Then the Shock Tarts obviously got the cool little logo. I'll post them all up there.
Yeah,
Bro,
man. But
I
so,
got an
keep it.
Acapulco gem sitting
Oh,
up
not the
here, bro.
Acapulco.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, you're a real OG out here. You got the
That's what
Zope?
I'm saying.
You got a Zope floating around?
I bet I do. Give me a second. Give me a second. I
But
bet I got a Zope in
that's a
here.
big thing is the trend, the trending. Seeing what the market and really what these dispensaries and their staff are kind of seeing out in the field and reporting back to us. I think that's why it's so important to do these pop-ups and have these relationships, across the region, is just to get feedback, constructive criticism, what's working, what's not working. And everything's getting more expensive, man. That's just the world that we're living in right now. And
Sure is.
times are tough, and I totally understand, maybe someone not being able to go out and spend, 40 to $50 on like a premium eighth, right? But
Yep.
um, that really has kind of steered us in the direction of like, let's give these dime bags a try. It's like it's a throwback, right? Like I feel like that's a throwback to like 10,
Mm-hmm.
15 years ago when you're copping up the dime bags.
Yeah.
It's a way for us to get more units out there, right? And like it's
It's a way for
basically,
someone too, Taylor, to be like they buy that dime bag because they want to try the cowboy or they want to try the DNA of the sugar, and then they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna grab an eighth of that shit." Because
exactly. And it,
who knows if they're rolling it with grabba or they're rolling it with
yeah.
however they prefer their
Yeah,
shit.
man.
It makes a difference.
I was a spliff smoker for like 4 or 5 years. So I got a homie that's still buying Ace so he can bust them down into spliffs. And that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like a pretty low commitment, very low cost point for the consumer to try our flour. And I think that, as we're, growing and trying to expand in the capital district and outside of that, it's, we need to get more and more out there. It's going to allow us to get more strains out there,
Hmm.
in a quicker manner. So, I'm really looking forward to getting the pink sugar out, hopefully
Yeah.
by the end of May, early June. And
That's
then
more just
probably,
a packaging issue right now, figuring out what we're gonna do with it, right? The logo and shit.
yeah, yeah. So we're just working, we're waiting on the artwork for that. Kind of deciding, some of the things that you and I have discussed, which direction we're going to go with on the look of the dime bag. But
Yep. It's so crazy to
yeah,
be talking about a dime bag, but it's true, bro. It's the times. It's gonna move. But, people don't have people's nine mobiles are $1,000. They don't have the extra cash to throw
yeah,
around for an eighth or a handful of pre rolls. They don't. They're gonna
we
grab a
get it.
car.
You guys should see our 9 bill.
I was talking to Evan yesterday about it. I was like,
Yeah,
holy
man.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
dude.
times are tough out here, and we don't want to price ourselves out of a lot of people that are avid fans of flour
Hmm.
from not being able to try our full menu, right? And like the shock tarts, everyone who smoked the shock tarts has loved it, and a lot of people just some people just don't buy pre rolls,
Yeah.
and they
Or
might
there's
love that shock tarts flour. So
luckily thankfully that THC percentage went up because that is the most you know,
yeah,
underrated bud in the market right now. The Shock Tarts, dude.
appreciate that, man.
I literally like, I'll go with the homies and like play around the golf or just go like my
Yeah,
one
bro.
buddy.
I bet you that's a great smoke out on the golf
It's
course.
awesome on the golf course. My one buddy, I go out and watch UFC with all the time. I
Yeah.
brought a couple with me one night, and he's like, "Yo, bro, this is fire." He goes, "I'm cooked, right?" I go throw him the tube after the fact. He goes, dude, it's only 15%. I go, that shit doesn't matter. I go, this is me proving a point to you. Like
Yeah.
this doesn't matter. Like this is the terps and everything else. And the profile is what gets you like cooked, bro. It's
Yeah.
not just because it's 15% THC, but yeah, the CBN, the CBG, all that shit's working in there too, bro.
Yeah, I gotta look up really quick what cannabinoid came back in that because I don't know off the top of my head, but
Yeah, yeah, because it came back. The terp came back a little bit higher, you said, and then also what went up
oh, I
about
mean, dude, like we were
two or
super
three points.
happy with, yeah, I mean, the total terps for a pre-roll at almost 2.3%, we're real fucking happy with that.
Hell yeah.
Um,
What's the
almost,
Cowboys
yeah.
terps at? I was curious of that. I
The
think it,
Cowboy Flower was 2.5%,
hell yeah.
and the pre-roll was 2.1.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, all of our terp percentages are going up, which is, you
And that's
know,
what people need to appreciate about micros. These guys who work in these micros, they care. These are the OGs. These are the legacy guys. These are the guys who've been doing it from the jump. These aren't the guys who are processing in a fucking fat. They're not the Walmart guys. You're going to mom and pops when you go to micros. It's the best way I can describe it. Like, and these are the ones who you should be supporting, are the ones who, boots on the ground made this all possible. And now you got your suit and tie guys coming in and trying to cash grab, and they're going to be the ones that fuck this industry up. So if I'm going to a dispensary, I highly recommend supporting your micros, man. From
yeah.
obviously the Helium boys to Heady Tree's got a nice little product from MB Farms. Like those are the
Heady
ones you want to
Tree,
support.
MB, Stickies
Yeah,
up
the
north.
small
Yeah,
ones,
there's
man.
there's like that, and that's what people aren't realizing, bro, is that there's so many fire micros that are putting out better products. Yeah, they might be a little bit more expensive, but it's like anything else, a couple dollars more, and you're paying for some quality,
Yeah,
top tier shit that people like care about. It's not about just getting as many units out the door. You know what
hmm
I mean? I mean, it is, right? But like in
right.
the mass qualities.
Right, but it's gonna be as many units out the door of quality, but it's not going to be
Yeah.
just like, bro, because there's times I'm not going to name brands, but like you go and you buy something and it says Purple Haze on the fucking thing. This bud couldn't be as far away as possible from fucking Purple Haze, but you know it's some processed trim that they threw in a pre-roll and they're selling you $14. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that. I'd rather pay the extra $2, a dollar, whatever it is, and get, or even cheaper and get a Shock Tarts or a Cowboy. It's something of that nature. It's
Yeah,
it's
man. And it's
crazy.
like now putting actual whole flour into our pre rolls is coming to like bite us in the ass because
Hmm.
everyone's so used to, when you have a dry biomass like pre roll, you know what I mean? Or a shake pre roll that's
Yep.
been, dried out for however long, like, yeah, it's going to burn evenly. And it's,
It
I
floods
won't
it.
get
Yeah.
into that, but,
Yeah, that's a whole
you
different
know,
fucking topic. But yeah, it's the work. It's part of the game, though. It's part of the game. That's just how a lot of
yeah,
people do it. The processing and all that shit. And like that's the thing too. Like you guys are hand on. You guys are the ones packing these pre rolls. You guys are the ones. It's not sent out and done. You guys are doing all of this shit, and it's just
yeah,
like
man.
4 or 5 years in there doing it. It's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, it's a small crew, but we all, care deeply about what we're doing and the quality of the product and really the education of it, you know what I mean? And just and opening people's um, perspectives and continuing to push back against the stigma that's against the
Yeah.
weed industry.
And you came in at such the right time with the metric and all that shit happening. Like
I still be
Evan,
waking up in the middle of the night having cold sweats from Metric Man. Yeah, that was
but think
that
about
was
Evan
a
having
that
to
was a
do that
learn
by
on the fly
himself.
situation.
But thinking about Evan or Lucas, just those guys trying to have to, manage the farm and do that shit, like they couldn't have been able to keep up with both at the same time. That would have been damn near impossible. We'd
Yeah, no,
still
I
we'd
mean,
still be in the middle of it.
yeah, so I mean it's
Perfect
I'm gonna
timing,
I'm
man.
gonna refer back to something you said to me a couple weeks ago. You said I sent it to you, and I go, why? You go, because you make shit happen.
Yeah. Because I know Evan's
And
gonna look at it at the end of the day. You're probably gonna, your phone's probably, you know, you got your headphones in your ear or something, so it's probably gonna ding. And when you get a free minute, you're gonna go look, and then, oh yeah, this is boom, boom,
that's
boom.
low key one of the best compliments I've gotten in some time, dude. So I
Oh yeah,
appreciate that.
no doubt,
But
man.
yeah, man, I mean, it's just, like there's no time for complacency in this industry. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You always got to be moving on to the next thing, and we celebrate the wins where we can. We're super happy about all of these test results, but now it's like, all right, we got to get DNA out. We got to get these dime bags out. We got to get strawberry chocolate back out on the market. Like everyone's asking for the straw chalk. Just
Mm-hmm.
just selected 6 new moms, everybody. So we're gonna have a lot of straw chocolate coming out
Hell yeah.
for the rest of the year. But and that's the thing too, is like people don't realize with like these grow cycles, we need to be thinking like 4 to 6 months ahead.
All
You know,
times. Yeah, you got to
at
be
all
ready.
times, and
Be ready for February with strawberry chocolate. Like that's, I feel like
yeah,
that's like a Valentine's Day hitter right there.
yeah, and
Obviously.
I'll admit it. We largely, because of metric, dropped the ball on that this year. So that's something we've been, making up for on the back end. But sometimes you got to make those like to me, that was like welcome to small business moment.
Yeah.
Like you can plan and think you're good, but sometimes shit just happens, and you gotta roll with the punches. But I think that was a great lesson for all of us, and just knowing, hey, like Evan does a great job curating this menu. Me and him just trying to hash it out here and come up with like a calendar and a schedule, and get everything on paper so we can be hitting our marks.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And everybody that was at the because you guys sponsored one of the sessions, the Valentine's Day event for the sesh. Everybody who got their hands on the pre-rolls that I talked to was impressed with them. So there's a few
Yeah.
people I got to make sure get their hands on some cowboy. Friday night there's the this is coming out on 420. So the Friday night 424, the Canna Cruise is going down. Go get your tickets. I
Okay.
believe there's still tickets available. There's
Yep.
a
Cannon Cruise.
yeah, I got to get a couple people some cowboy for their little boat
Yeah,
cruise
we'll,
there.
we'll we'll make sure they
Hell
get the
yeah,
cowboy for the cruise.
we'll get them hooked up.
You know we're always looking out within reason.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm blanking on the name right now because I'm stoned, but had her on the podcast just the other night, and Kiki, we had Kiki on the
Okay. Yeah.
podcast
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
other night, and she's the one running it, sponsored by Stage One. So 1L
Yep.
Will holding it down and supporting as
Well,
always.
well. Yeah. That's some crazy lore. I don't know if you know this story, um, or not, but it's kind of the Cowboys' claim to fame. And when Merck was doing that People's Choice Holiday Cannabis Cup back in 2023, I used to work with Mark on some music projects. He did some mixing for me back in the day, and I was going there just to support him. And I was at the Egg, the convention center down there, and I told Lucas and Evan about it. I'm like, yo, I'm going to this. You guys should come. And it was like right when it was like Stage One, Legacy. I don't even know who else was open at the time. I'm like,
Yeah,
you guys gotta, come. And they enter Cowboy, and we're hanging out. There's kind of like a lull in the day. They're like, oh, we're gonna go get a bite to eat. I'm like, I'm gonna go home, watch my fantasy football team hopefully win a championship. I'm like sitting there watching ball, and I get a text, and it's just Lucas and Evan holding the trophy. I think with what's his name, Devin the dude
yeah, okay, yeah.
down from Dark Horse, and they won the hybrid uh best flower for the Cowboy Lemonade, and the
Yep.
rest was history. That was a freaking rocket ship for them.
That's it
So
right here, the people's choice, baby. I got the
yeah, I've had a
picture.
little in honor of you.
That's
Okay,
my
let me
fuck.
polish this one off quick.
That's my. I'm just sparked up. I'm about to spark up my last pre roll of it here.
Oh,
I took advantage of that fucking deal yesterday at the Madame Jeans. You told me that. I was like, yep,
as you
yep,
should, my man.
absolutely.
As
Why
you
not?
should.
Fucking can't beat it. It was a BOGO
But
at the.
I've been super fortunate to see the evolution of Helium kind of behind the scenes, being friends with Evan and Lucas over the past couple years, and just seeing the potential and seeing all of our passion for the product, the industry, the education, the awareness,
Hmm.
that's a big thing for me. I made that super corny joke, but like the heal portion of it. I know that originated back in our CBD days, but like for me, weed's always been very therapeutic. Nowadays training, I do strength training 5, 6 days a week, like the recovery on that.
Yep.
You see back in the days Arnold smoking a joint, like eating sandwiches and stuff. Like for me, it's not even really sleep, it's anxiety, it's appetite,
Yep.
helps me get my meals in. But like circling back to the beginning of the conversation, I really started smoking weed because I was put on antidepressants at a very early age, and weed was the only thing that made me feel normal.
Mm-hmm.
And so, no medical advice here or anything, but I'm just talking from my experience. Like,
Sure.
weed really just helped me get through that, get off those antidepressants. I haven't been on them in over, a decade at this point. And, to this day, just helps me like keep myself in check, be in tune with myself. We're all going through shit. It's,
Mm-hmm.
having something that's relatively, low health consequences, and you know you're not going to go out and you know be stumbling around in the street and fall and hurt yourself or do something stupid
Stupid.
you
You're not
know
making terrible decisions. Like the worst thing about us being stoned is literally like you're gonna eat too much and you're gonna fall asleep.
yeah.
That's it. You're gonna give yourself a stomach ache is the worst possible situation of being a stoner.
And you might do something stupid that everyone's going to laugh at you, but I'm kind of just
Yeah,
used to that at this point.
yeah. You just do it. It's part of life. It's fucking. Everybody gets laughed at. Who gives a fuck? It is what it is. Have a good
Yeah,
time while
man,
doing
but
it, man.
there's so many. I think in the next however many years, we're going to see all of these benefits from cannabis that I won't even get. Maybe we'll save that for the conspiracy chaos.
There you go. Well, here's the thing too, though. Like I was talking to, I think it was Sammy Sativa when she was on the other
Yeah.
day. We were saying like back in the day when you went to the homie's house to grab a bag and you didn't know what your indica,
No,
sativa,
no fucking idea, man.
you guys did like no, I'm just saying not you guys, but people in general, you guys didn't know what CBD, CBN,
You
CBG,
had no
any of this
idea what you
shit
were
was
getting,
until dispensaries opened, man. Like
whether
people
it
had
was
no fucking clue.
moldy, what was in it, what the percentage was, none of this stuff. And like, I think that that's one of the things that now that it is legal, like if you're getting your stuff out in dispensaries, like you should be aware of those things. You should
Absolutely.
be looking, because I'm the type of psycho that I'm looking at my food labels, right? Like I want to see what's in my food. And to me,
Sure.
it's no different with cannabis. Like, me, I love the edibles. Like I'll go
Yeah.
and I will, before I buy edibles, I will look and see like what the ingredients are. You know what I mean? If they're distillate, how they're made. Um,
Hmm.
and like that's the type of, I think, when it's available to you, you use it,
Yeah. I think
you
a lot
know?
of consumers are like that, man. I see that because I'm in the grocery store a lot for my other job, and I see that in just, that industry in general to see people are scanning shit. And it's not like just, the Instacart people. It's regular people are
Yeah.
scanning to see what's in the food, legit to check. And they're like, oh, and I see it quite a bit, surprisingly. And it kind of
Yeah.
shocks me because I see so many, people walking around in their pajamas and shit. So like they don't just give a shit about themselves, you know what I mean? But then there's a lot of people who do care and they are scanning the items. And there's a lot of people in the cannabis world who who have the knowledge are the ones that are scanning the QR code and seeing how many terps are in there, seeing what the mold percentage is. Because I don't think a
Yeah,
lot of people even know what this stuff means as part of it.
right. And
You
that's
know?
where the education piece comes in, man. Like, outdoor is great. You're going to get great yields in outdoor. Like, outdoor is always susceptible to something. Like you're gonna get something in an outdoor grow. That's why when people always hand me like their outdoor grow, I'm like, appreciate you. Like he's, Joe Schmo who I met, he's like, oh, come try some of mine. But I'm always like, I'm hesitant when like, especially when those people don't get it tested. Cause like it's great, it's great your buddy might have down the road grown something for you, but like you got no idea what's in that, man. And for me, just having that peace of mind and right, these are all things that the OCM mandates that us and all these companies test for. So,
Yep.
we're clean on the mold counts, um, heavy metals, mycotoxins, all those things, and then you know couple that with CBD profiles, terpenes, terpene percentage, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still learning stuff about it every
There's so
single day,
much,
which
yeah.
is what is so great and rewarding is, putting the time in, but also like having such a great community. And that's like one of the things that I've been seeing at all of these sesh events, right? Is like there's just such a solid community of people across all different brands, walks of life, legacy, retail, legal, you know what I mean, that
Yeah,
just
yeah.
care about this industry, man. And yeah, it's a super interesting
And you can tell, we can
scene.
tell when the ones that actually care about the industry and the ones that are in it for the money grab or who like are just in it
Yeah.
to like I want to run a business. You know what I'm saying? Like there's ones who that actually give a shit. Like Tom and Addie down at No Name. They
Oh
care
yeah.
about the industry. They're all in on the industry. Those guys up there, that was the first time I actually got to meet the guys up at Madam Jane's yesterday. Those guys up there, they care, like you can tell, they give a shit. They're putting on events. They want to make the
Yeah.
industry feel normalized in an atmosphere where there's live music, there's a bar, there's food, they're doing free pizza and ice cream all day. I mean, for stoners,
Yeah.
what better can you get? It
Yeah.
was
I
great.
mean that Madam Jane does a great job from the owners to the staff, having that whole space there, in the Frog Alley building next to it. It's just a game changer, man. But like that's what the cannabis scene needs, right? It's like people to realize like this this is just as acceptable as drinking.
Yep. Yep. And that's why we're going to be putting on a dope comedy show May 21st. Laughing on the Loud. You gave me a perfect time to plug it. Um,
Yeah,
I really cannot wait to announce this headliner. We are literally just waiting for the ink to dry on the contract.
I love
Um,
it.
the person is on and doing a spot this weekend, so we're hoping that when they got home, either today or tomorrow, they just put ink to the paper and we can announce this and really start moving some tickets because um, gonna be. I could give you guys a hint. It's they're gonna be in a big feature film coming out in June. Some legendary crew that she's a part of. So I might have slipped a little bit too much even right there, but it's gonna be fucking dope. It's gonna be pretty fucking dope,
I
man.
believe it.
And then I'm gonna be announcing very soon to confirm the date for the Pitch Putt and Puff golf tournament that you're gonna be ready to go for because you got some clubs coming your
Oh
way.
yeah. I might be
Um,
ready to go for both. I was seeing if there's still might be some time slots open for the
Hey, you want to do a
the
slot,
loud.
man? We might have to fill it in, dog. We got four local people locked up.
Oh
Um,
nice.
yep, we got I can announce those because we all confirmed those. We got my guy Chuan. Chuan's a very funny dude. He's got a great like dry sense of humor.
Love
Very
it.
fun, very funny. He also did a comic book, Downhill Bomber. He's like a skater dude, so he's super dope, super funny. We got Holly Vigilano. I hope I'm not butchering her name. She's been doing some big things here in the Capital District. She also has like a cannabis comedy business that she does. And we got Duncan Harris as one of the openers as well. And then my guy Drew Moore is going to be on stage. We're going to give them guys each a few, good 10, 15, 20 minutes, mix it up between the few, and then the headliner you're going to get for a good 45
Great
minutes.
venue
So,
too.
yeah, perfect venue. Can't talk about it because it's a secret venue as of now. Um, can't let the public know quite yet. But once you get your ticket, you can scan it on the sesh. You'll see the ad is on my page in the stories. It's going to be everywhere. So just scan that QR code. Tickets available now. But yeah, bro, Taylor, man, I'm really excited that you jumped on the team, dude. It's been dope getting to know you over the past
Thanks,
few
man.
months
But
here. Excited to get you on the golf course. I know you're going to be new to the game.
yeah, we might be expunging that footage from the archives though.
Nah, bro, it's the best. Even when, oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. Lonely Stoner, Jason. When Jason
Yeah.
was filming the one tournament we did a couple years ago, he's like, "Oh, dude, this should look that easy." He went out, swung and missed like 3 times. I was like, "Yeah, we're putting that on there."
I'm at least gonna connect, bro.
Yeah, it's super fun, dude. You'll catch the bug. You'll be out there with us all the time. Even with like the pitch putt and puff tournament, you don't have to be good at golf. Like it's out there to have a good time. You go out there, you get as soon as you get a 5 on the card, you pick up the ball anyway, and then just make it fun. It's all going to be out there to
Yeah.
be fun.
You,
I
you
want
know
to
I'm there for the fun.
absolutely. That's what I want everybody there for. Um, gonna have vendors set up throughout the course. I have a few people already reached out to me to sponsor it, so I'm looking at July 10th. So 7/10, making it an oil day.
Right after my birthday. Love it.
So it's a Friday, and then what I'm planning on doing um, for that event is also have like a buffet style dinner and comedy show to follow. So like right
Okay.
after, head to the venue, similar to what we're doing for Laughing on the Loud, and then just roll it into. And the comedian is actually gonna come kick it and play golf for the day and everything already. So I already have that like locked up if worst comes to worst. So we're good to go on that event.
Big
So
things coming, man.
we're bringing it, man.
Glad
I'm
to be a
trying
part of it.
trying to bring it as best I can. I got to give Tiana from this sesh a big shout out. She's been helping me so much with like
Yeah, she's the best.
learning how to do like the I don't know how to put like websites up and shit like that. So she's definitely hooking me up with all that shit because I do not know what the fuck I'm doing. I can make a
Hey,
you
we
send
all
me
need help,
pictures.
man. We all
Yeah,
need
you send
help.
me pictures. I can make a reel, but that's about as far as I'm going. And a little bit of cap cut, That's about it. But
Yeah.
bro, I don't know if you're familiar with how I wrap up the podcast, man. I like to do 3 questions. I like to wrap up
Oh
with three
yeah.
questions. I'm not going to ask you your favorite Christmas movie like I did with Lucas and those guys. Did you hear that? You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that
It was
one.
like the fucking what do you say, the Princess Bride or something like that. What a
Yeah,
great
Princess
movie,
Diaries or
Princess.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like
bro, get out of
it's a
here.
classic. I'm like, what? Me and Evan were
Get
so
out
caught
of
off guard.
here.
Oh man, it was great. It was fucking great. So 3 questions, bro. We'll start off with I think you kind of already said this earlier, but what's your preference of smoke? Glass bongs,
Glass
joints,
guy.
paper.
Give me a
Yeah.
bubbler or a bong for sure.
Okay. A flower. Are you flowers, dabs?
Flowers,
Yeah.
flowers. I'll do dabs, but you gotta catch me at the right time
Mm-hmm.
because those will come up and get you.
I'm the same. Like homeboy yesterday offered me a couple dabs, and I was like, bro, like I was impressed. I said, walked up to him, I said, bro, I'm impressed. Like if I did that many dabs, I'd be fucking standing up
Yo,
sleeping, dude. Like
my man's
he-
was built different yesterday. He was after it.
he's like, bro, I'm not a drug addict. No, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm like, I'm saying if I did that many dabs, I
Heavy
would.
pull.
I'm proud of you. Like I'm impressed. Like this is cool. Like I'm not knocking you whatsoever, bro. Like you keep doing your thing, but I'm just saying if it was me personally, I would be fucking cooked. He goes, oh yeah, man. He goes, I am pretty fucked up. That's when he came back around to me because I
I think we were
offended him
all
the
cooked
first time.
yesterday, man. That was what the day was
That was
for.
fun. That was fun. Yeah, I'm a joint guy. Obviously, I used to be blunts all day, but I like hitting the joints. I'll smoke glass if I'm super like sketchy. Like even when I go to restaurants, bro, I gotta drink out of a straw. Like I don't like glass like that other people used and shit. Like I hate go like even silverware at restaurants. I'm a weirdo like that shit, bro.
Little germaphobe, huh?
Just with that
That's
shit. Like it's
crazy.
super weird.
Hey, we all
It's
we all got our things, man. I got plenty.
like my buddy's Hank I golf with has a pipe. It looks like he's had for like 20 years. I'm like, bro, how many people have smoked off of that thing? Same thing with like that homie Zenko yesterday. How many people have smoked off of that thing? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. I'm good. I just think about that shit. It rings in my head.
Oh, yo, I got one of my boys. He's got like these little. You remember like the spoofs back in the day? You make the
Yeah,
spoof to blow.
yeah.
He's got like these little. It's not even like a spoof. It's like a filter that you throw over like bongs and stuff like that. That like filters it out, but also like germ things. So maybe I'm gonna get you a pack of those so you can roll around
There
and
you
start
go.
smoking glass with the kid.
There we go. That's what I need, dude. I'm telling you. I'll be bringing them to restaurants to fucking drink out of them and shit. Fuck it. Drinking whiskey out of a straw. Get you
Oh
fucked up.
shit.
And then here's the other one, number question two. If you're stuck on an island, you only have one strain you can smoke. And I'm gonna put it this way for you, so it's a non-helium strain. One strain you could smoke the rest of your life. What's it gonna be?
There's this shit that I was getting back in the day. Uh, Dutch treat.
I remember
God
that.
knows what the fuck it was, but it was the smoothest, like creamy pause. But just like vanilla. It was just like had that vanilla. It tasted like you were smoking like a vanilla Dutch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would
It
smoke it
wasn't
out of
it
paper.
wasn't around long either.
No, dude, I was getting it like one summer.
Yeah. I remember
One
that.
summer, probably like 2018, 2019.
Yep. Right
Oh my
after
God,
right after Sour Diesel disappeared.
that and we used to get some shit called Nine Lemons out of when we were going out to Mass. I believe the guy works for is it like a head grower for Ensa now in Pennsylvania, but he had his like nine lemon haze that was just, you know, in the same vein as Cowboy, just like
Yep.
that lemon gas that you could just blow down all day and be perfect.
Yep. That's how I went. Sour
What
Diesel's
about
mine,
you?
man. Sour Diesel. Sour
Yeah,
Diesel all day. Um,
hell yeah.
I mean, right
We got to
behind it
talk
though is
Evans to getting this cognac black going, man. Now
yo.
that we're getting more strains going with this, did you get a chance to try
So
any of that?
that's funny you fucking say that. I told him the other day, yesterday I was like, bro, because I went and got a little variety pack.
Yeah,
And I always do it as my first smoke of the day to do the tester run to see, what's what. And that cognac black had me cooked. Had
yeah,
me, 'cause it was like one of the day, I think it was like Thursday, we went to play golf and me and the boys smoked it, and I'm like, yo, they're like, yo, what is this? I'm like, this is, and I told them I was like, yo, this is the stuff they didn't do. They're just testing out, like, it hasn't
yeah.
even no moves yet. I'm like, this might be like throwaway shit. They're like, what? No, they're like, the one dude's like, he can't throw this away. He goes, if he's throwing it away, he goes, throw it to me, man. He goes, holy shit.
Yeah, man.
He goes, I'll go
Sad.
dumpster diving. I go, that's the place to
Metric,
go
man.
fucking
Metric
dumpster
forced us
dive.
to do a lot of throwaways. It's very unfortunate, but now we're finding that's a great thing about getting these dimes out, man. We're gonna be, you know, blue bubba, pink sugar.
Yeah.
Well, pink sugar, blue bubba. You know, probably chopped cookies after that. Then maybe dolce or
Dolce
cognac
was pretty
black.
good. Yeah, I didn't try any of the
Yeah.
chopped cookies, I don't think. But
Well,
the
we're about to
cognac,
put like I think 60 or 70 into flour in the near future. So
sweet,
probably 4 months.
nice.
4 months we'll be trying some chopped cookies. And the one little tester plant that, I think it was one or two tester plants we ran that they're just beautiful, dude. There's something about those purple buds that just,
Yeah,
you know,
and the blueberry,
visually appealing.
the blueberry. If anybody OG from back in, let's see, I'm 42, so 21 years ago,
Well, but like, bro, like
2020,
that's the exact thing.
2024,
Getting a dime bag of
2025.
some blueberry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, it's most comparative to the blueberry haze that we had back in like 2004, 2005 summer that
Yeah,
hit the 518. And that was fucking gas. Like people thought we were smoking blueberry cigars, bro. That's
yeah,
how
bro.
fucking people like. We were on the balcony of Gaffney's for my 21st birthday. Me and the homies, each smoking. There was three of us smoking blunts amongst like a group of 20 people, and they literally thought we were smoking like hookah or like a flavored blunt. No one said shit to
Yeah.
us. It was crazy, dude. It was great.
Yeah,
And other people were smoking regular cigars and shit, so it kind of blended in. But
it blended in. Yeah,
we were right there in the balcony, chilling.
yeah, man. That our Blue Bubba's blueberry pie and uh Bubba Kush.
Yeah, that's fire. I mean, dude, you guys, what Helium's bringing to the market here in the next year is going to be fucking straight gas. They're going to be consistent with the cowboy. You're going to have the DNA flooding the market still. That strawberry chocolate's going to make another run. Shock tarts, bump.
It's at the point, man. The cowboy and the strawberry chocolate. We just almost got to have those at all times.
You just got to.
Everyone wants the straw chocolate, so
Everybody, there's people. I know there's one chick over here that comes to one of the dispos over here in Troy that she once the cowboy hits, I have to like beat her there because if I don't,
she'll take it.
she'll take it. And I'm like, yo, chill, shorty. I get it. Like, we could split it. Like, DM me. We
Yeah,
talk about it.
there's enough for everyone to go around for real.
Yeah, save me a trip out to Skinner. Come on. God damn. So yeah, that's the tough part, man. Is just keeping it consistent and keeping what the people want, man. They want that strawberry, they want that cowboy, and just keep
Hey,
that.
they tell us we listen, man. You know,
I'm gonna have
we're
to
in it
talk
for
to
the people.
Lucas and Evan. I think we gotta expand the farm, man. That's what it really comes down to. We're gonna have to expand the farm.
Yeah, yeah. The ops, we're at the point where we're gonna be outgrowing it in the not so near future. So that's something that we're definitely excited, you know, for
And
and looking into is what the next phase of the farm is gonna look like. Unfortunately, thought we were gonna be doing a lot of outdoor this year, and the state kind
OCM
of pulled
saying
the plug
wah
on
wah
that.
wah.
So
Yeah, I heard about that just recently. So now how's it work though? If you guys build another, it has to be because of OCM regulations. If I'm correct, it has to be on the same location or attached to the current building.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep. So yeah, the plan is to, make a bigger flower room, make probably a new room for the moms, um, you know, the moms and the clones and
yeah, but
all
then
the
that
stuff
gets
and
into the
veg.
crazy,est of changing the
I,
air quality and you
yeah, I
giving
mean,
the.
ideally we'd have a mom room and then a veg room, veg and mom and clones and veg room or, however Evan wants to do it. I'll let him be the mastermind on that. But yeah, man, it's
It's
definitely getting to that point where you know, there's gonna be some
big
big
things.
things coming hopefully by the end of 2026 and early
Yeah,
2027. And it's nice that, we're starting to oh, get some of these benefits of being a business, be able to write some things off.
absolutely. Make shit fucking making moves, man. Making moves, absolutely. So last question, man. So golf, obviously, in golf you go out and foursome. Three
Yep.
people, three people you'd like to add to a sesh.
Whew.
Anybody dead or alive, don't matter. Three people you'd want to put in a sesh to have a burn it down with and chop it up. I'll give you my three to give you a second to think about it.
All right.
So I go Jason Williams, white chocolate. I'm a big fan of him growing up as
Okay.
when I was hooping. Now he's doing podcasts. He's a stoner. He's golfer. He does it all. So he's one of the guys I'd love to chop it up with. Joe Rogan. More to ask him. This actually might change with the way I'm feeling about Rogan lately. I don't know about him
Yeah,
right
man.
now.
Rogan's been.
Rogan's been a little compromised, I feel like. But prior to that, it was Rogan because of like some of the interviews he's held. I want to get his opinion on some of the shit. Like he's
Yeah.
talked to people about what like, do you think this guy's bullshit and you think this guy's telling the truth, etc. And then the last one is always tough, but I'm switching it up lately to Dan Aykroyd.
Okay.
Um, to go with the conspiracy shit because he's big into the aliens, the ghosts, the paranormals, obviously with Ghostbusters and all that shit. So um, did some diving into him. He's got like a liquor company and he's got like these skull things that go through um, the Herkimer diamonds and Herkimer crystals and
Oh
all this
wow.
shit. Yeah, so there's like local ties and shit. So it's pretty cool. So Dan
That's
Aykroyd
a
would be my other one. So cool little group to
that's a
blaze
pretty
with.
cool three, man. I'm gonna be honest. I was so focused on listening to yours that I barely thought about the three that I'm gonna do. But I tell you one right off the rips, probably my grandpa, R.I.P. my gramps. definitely think that he used to be not a weed smoker to my knowledge, but I remember like very vividly I was like 15 and driving with him and my grandma to my sister's college graduation. And that's like when I was really thought I was like cool with the shit, smoking weed like a year in. It's
Yeah.
like Kid Cudi day and night, like Wiz
Okay.
Khalifa's just starting to pop off. Like I think I'm the shit because I smoke at like age 15. And I remember talking to him about it, and he was, like surprisingly, he was so cool with it. And, definitely seeing him in his later years, he definitely probably could have used some weed in his life. So my
Hmm.
grandpa, I don't want to just like glaze Tom Brady, so can I throw Drake May in there? My
There you go.
quarterback.
Quarterback. That's my
um,
quarterback.
yep. I would say Vrabel, but I'm gonna take the heat off that man given what's going on
Yeah,
in
the
recent
Rossini shit. Yeah,
things. And
that's
then
craziness.
you know what? Like
I got a sports question for you
I feel
after.
like it's corny, but I'd love to get like Seth Rogen or like
Hmm.
someone from the Pineapple Express. That was another like movie that came out around that time that was just, like so typical stoner.
That's what I go with sometimes too, is like Method Man or Redman, because How High was like my stoner
Yeah.
movie that I always watched, or like what's his name? Jim Brewer. I love the chop like Burn It Down with Jim Brewer and fucking talk conspiracies with him for fucking days. Like there's a bunch of like there's some tough ones that like you can go with. Like if you really sit back and think about it in the long scheme of things, like damn, there's a lot of people I'd probably want to sit down. Like Wiz Khalifa would be a fun one to sit down and
Wiz
burn it down
Khalifa
with.
would be a sick one.
Snoop.
Snoop, yeah, I was like torn between. I was like, who's more cliche, Snoop or Seth Rogen?
Yep.
But
Oh man,
so many people, man. And it's good
there's
to see so
so
many
many.
people smoking.
Yeah, making it just normalized, man. Just making it normalized. I forget the
One
fucking
day at a
question I wanted
time.
to ask you. That's it.
I'm gonna
Legit.
wear this. This is my the quarters that they gave me, and Evan dared me to wear it to the gym, so I'm wearing it to the gym for the first time tomorrow.
There you
Feel bad
go.
for everyone who got to see me in it, but happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays, fucking 420, man. It's fucking going down. Are you gonna be popping up anywhere tomorrow
Gonna
or
try
today?
to. Gonna try to. I know Customs is doing a tie-dye party. Gonna try and make some rounds to probably a bunch of the other shops right in Schenectady too. Electric City. Probably go over to the People's Joint, Ripe.
Yep.
Just try and touch base. We're at full steam. We're trying to get into, every shop around here. And,
Fully
part
loaded.
of that's getting out there, building the relationships and meeting the teams and spreading the love, man.
That's it. That's it. And
What about
also
you?
I'm gonna try to get out in the afternoon if possible. I gotta, I'm gonna go hit a couple golf balls midday. Take
As you
advantage of
should.
it. It's about gonna be about 50 degrees, so gonna be a little bit cold. So, I'm gonna try to get out in the evening. I think Leafy's doing something, so I always like to go over
Okay.
there and support Leafy. So I'll probably hit a couple spots this side, my side of town. Doing the same thing, man.
Yeah.
Just showing face.
Let them know we said what's up.
Will
Give my
will
best
do.
to
That's
the
what we got
team
to
over
do,
at
man.
Leafy.
Support the ones supporting us, kind of thing, and that's the
Yeah.
move to make. So big
Yeah.
things coming though. But yeah,
No,
man.
I appreciate you putting this on last minute. I know we're long overdue, and hopefully we'll get maybe
Well,
a sit
well,
down or something official with the whole
absolutely.
crew.
Well, once you said it again, I was like, yo, fuck, I've been putting this off. I gotta get this dude on. I was like,
We've
let's
both been
fucking.
putting it off. It's all good.
I'm like, it's fucking 420, dude. I was like, this is perfect because now I got a good 420 episode. It's promoting Helium Boys and everything as well. So it's like, it's perfect. Like I'm saying, supporting the ones who support you. You guys have my backs from fucking Jump Street. So I met these guys through New York Auto Flower. I randomly met Joe. I was walking through the Columbia County Fair. My wife, I got there. I went and played golf during the day. So I met my family there. They parked on one side, I parked on the other. I, walked them to the car, walked back through, and I see a big fucking cannabis flower flag. What the fuck is this? And this is
Yeah.
when it was just became legalized kind of thing too. So I'm like, all right, who's this guy? I go over, start talking to Joe, grabbed a couple stickers or whatever, asked him to come on the podcast. He was my first guest. I had
Damn.
no clue what I was doing. I was just doing audio at the time. Like other than that, I was talking about like me and the boys playing golf. So I was like, all right, let me turn this into something, and then slowly evolve to, year 3 of what I'm doing now, where I've talked to some of the coolest people in the cannabis industry doing this thing. I've talked to platinum rappers. I've
Yeah.
had, the most random
Sky's the
conversations with.
limit, man.
It's crazy what you can do. Once you say you got a podcast attached to it, you can talk to anybody you want. I've talked to pretty much all my favorite podcast hosts, minus some of the big dogs, like
Yeah.
the guys, the regular guys. I've had them on here. Orange Bowl Boys. I'm a big Hurricanes fan. Had those. They're the number one Miami Hurricanes podcast. I had those guys on here. Like cool shit. It's just cool. And then like building my way through, the cannabis industry with you guys and putting on events like Laughing on the Loud and building the
Yeah,
connections
man.
with Tiana and Carrie. It's fucking dope.
No, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and I can't wait to start getting some of our events out here, and keep supporting you and all the stuff that you're doing and they're
Yes,
doing. We
sir.
got a great thing going, man, and
Absolutely, man.
just getting out there and showing up is more than
It's
half the
really
battle.
that's truly it, dude. That is fucking truly it, bro. And I appreciate you, man. Where can everybody find you, your Instagram, so they can find out where they can get all their helium
Yeah,
products?
yeah. You can find me at Taylor_Mike, Mick on Instagram. You can find Helium. We're in about 15 stores right now locally. Hopefully, getting that to at least double or triple by the end of this year.
Dope, dope. Yeah. If you go to the helium page, you can find all the dispensaries that they're in.
Yep, we got
Um,
it. Yeah, you were plugging
it,
it. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. It's all right on there. Scroll down there. You can also find their CBD products right on there, which I highly recommend. I use the CBD bomb every single day, and I'm not kidding when I say that. I use it, dude, every single day. I like the
Love this
green
shit.
one. What's the green
Yeah, the
one?
Invigorate.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that's my shit. That is my favorite. I got my mother onto it. She loves it.
Dude,
Like it's
I got my parents hooked on this stuff too. They, every time I'm coming down to Florida, they're asking me to bring some down for them.
like golf season, especially like when I'm on the course, I use like if I'm sore, I use the back nine botanicals has a good one as well. But like when I have like serious like aches and pains before bed or when I wake up, I'm that bomb is the shit. So go get that shit at the helium. I think it's just the heliumcollective.com is the website. I believe. Is it on the tubes? Probably. I'm fucking cooked, so we'll figure it out later.
I put mine away.
No doubt, no doubt. But Austin Taylor, man, I appreciate you jumping on. I appreciate everybody
Yeah.
tuning in. Appreciate all our sponsors. Make sure you guys go check out our new sponsor, keepitchilly.com. Use promo code pitch15 for some dope artwork like you see here behind me. Also back9botanicals.com, promo code tpuff10 for some of the top CBD in the golf game, as well as the puff pack. You need something to hold down those joints in your golf bag so they don't get crushed and squished. The puffpack.co. Use promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20%. And then last but not least, we can do it shop.com/conspiracy chaos. Scroll down the page a little bit and you can get all your pitch putt and puff gear. But once again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit like, subscribe, share, follow us on the YouTube page, trying to get that going a little bit more. And we will catch you guys next week with another episode. We'll be talking about the upcoming first week of the pitch putt and puff golf, man. We've had a warm-up round. We got rained out week 2. So we got rained out for our 420 round. So week 3 technically of the golf season, we're starting off putting the cash on the line and getting it cooking. So everybody, they got their warm-up, so you better be ready to roll. And we will see you then. Peace.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team.